Power outages can strike at any time. A sudden thunderstorm, a car accident knocking out a power line, a rolling blackout on a sweltering summer night, or even a simple blown fuse. In 2022 alone, over 20 million Americans experienced at least one blackout. In an instant, the familiar glow of your kitchen vanishes, replaced by deep shadows and uncertainty. Across the world, families scramble for flashlights, light candles, and check their phones for updates. In Texas, a winter storm left millions in the dark for days. Some families huddled together for warmth, while others worried about the food in their fridge, the safety of their loved ones, or how long the darkness would last. The psychological impact is immediate. Darkness brings anxiety, and the sudden loss of control can be unsettling. Studies show that stress levels spike during outages, especially for children and the elderly. In real life, people have lost hundreds of dollars in groceries after just a few hours without power, sometimes forced to throw away entire refrigerators full of food. But the true danger is often invisible. As the temperature rises, bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria begin to multiply rapidly, sometimes doubling every 20 minutes. These microscopic invaders can turn last night's leftovers into a serious health hazard without any visible warning. In 2019, foodborne illnesses sent over 120,000 Americans to the hospital. Foodborne illnesses can cause nausea, vomiting, and even hospitalization, especially for children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. The clock starts ticking the moment the power dies, and every minute counts. Experts recommend keeping refrigerator doors closed to buy precious time. Yet, the risks go beyond spoiled food. In the dark, kitchens become hazardous. Sharp knives, hot surfaces, and slippery floors are harder to see. Emergency rooms report a spike in kitchen accidents during blackouts. A simple trip to the fridge can lead to cuts, burns, or falls. Immediate action is critical. First, check on vulnerable family members and make sure everyone has a safe light source. Unplug sensitive appliances to prevent surges when power returns. Keep refrigerator and freezer doors closed as much as possible. Every minute matters in protecting your food and your health. In the chapters ahead, we'll show you how to outsmart the unseen dangers lurking in your dark kitchen and keep your family safe when the lights go out. With the right knowledge and quick action, you can turn a blackout from a crisis into a manageable challenge. When the power goes out, your refrigerator becomes a science experiment in real time. Most people see it as just a cold box, but inside, a complex system is at work. Modern fridges use a compressor, refrigerant, and coils to absorb heat from inside and release it outside. The thick insulation in the walls and doors acts as a barrier, slowing the return of heat. But not all fridges are created equal. Older models may have thinner insulation, while high-end units use advanced materials and smart sensors to maintain temperature more efficiently. Here's how it works. The compressor pumps refrigerant through coils, absorbing heat from your food and air, then expelling it out the back. Insulation slows down the heat coming in from your kitchen. In a power outage, the compressor stops instantly, and insulation becomes your only defense. The thicker and denser the insulation, the longer your fridge stays cold. Myth: if I open the door quickly, it won't matter. Fact: every time you open the fridge, cold air spills out and warm, humid air rushes in. Studies show that just 1 minute with the door open can raise the temperature by several degrees. Even brief openings can have a big impact, especially in older or less insulated fridges. The science at play is called heat transfer. Warm air wants to move into the cold space, and the more you open the door, the faster it happens. That's why rule number 1 is simple: keep the door shut. Another myth: putting hot food in the fridge during an outage will help keep it cold. In reality, it speeds up warming and can spoil other foods faster. Step by step, here's what to do when the power fails. First, check that the doors are tightly closed. Place appliance thermometers in both the fridge and freezer if you have them. Avoid opening the doors unless absolutely necessary. If you must open the fridge, plan ahead and grab everything you need in one go. The freezer is a bit more resilient. It's packed with frozen food, which acts as thermal mass, like a giant ice block. The more frozen items inside, the longer it takes to warm up. But even a full freezer will only hold safe temperatures for about 48 hours if unopened. Upright freezers tend to warm up faster than chest freezers, which are better insulated and less prone to losing cold air when opened. The refrigerator compartment, on the other hand, is more vulnerable. Without the compressor, the temperature can rise above 40 degrees Fahrenheit in as little as 4 hours, sometimes less if the door is opened. Some smart fridges send alerts to your phone if temperatures rise, but most people still rely on old-fashioned thermometers. Common mistakes? Opening the door to just check, rearranging food, or forgetting to close it tightly. Some believe putting towels around the fridge will help, but this only traps heat. Each time you open the door, you lose precious cold air and speed up spoilage. Remember, the less you open, the longer your food stays safe. In summary, your refrigerator is a race against time and temperature. The science is simple. Keep it closed, keep it cold, and you'll buy yourself precious hours before food safety becomes a real concern. Whether you have a basic model or a high-tech fridge, understanding how it works and avoiding common myths can make all the difference when the power goes out. To truly outsmart a powerless refrigerator, preparation must be both practical and scientific. Start by gathering your family and making a plan together. Preparation is your best defense. Think ahead, assign roles, and make sure everyone knows what to do before the lights go out. Next, assemble a comprehensive emergency kit. Go beyond the basics. Include extra batteries, flashlights, a manual can opener, bottled water, shelf-stable snacks, a first aid kit, a battery-powered radio, and a list of emergency contacts. Add a whistle, gloves, and copies of important documents in a waterproof pouch. Store your kit in a visible, easy-to-reach spot in the kitchen. Equip your fridge and freezer with appliance thermometers, one in each compartment, placed in the center for accuracy. Set a battery-powered timer to remind you to check temperatures every few hours. For extra peace of mind, use a temperature log or checklist posted on the fridge door. Before a storm or outage, lower your refrigerator and freezer to their coldest safe settings. Fill empty spaces with containers of water or ice packs to maximize thermal mass. These act as cold reserves, slowing temperature rise. Freeze water bottles and gel packs in advance and keep a supply ready for emergencies. For extended outages, prepare block ice or frozen gel packs and place them on the top shelf. Cold air sinks, keeping food colder longer. If possible, invest in a backup power source, a portable generator, power station, or even a car inverter for small appliances. Always follow safety guidelines, never run generators indoors, and keep them away from windows. During the outage, keep refrigerator and freezer doors closed as much as possible. Post a brightly colored reminder or checklist on the door for your family. Group foods together, dairy with dairy, meats with meats, so they insulate each other and are easy to access quickly. Monitor temperatures regularly. If the fridge rises above 40 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 4 hours, or the freezer above 0 degrees Fahrenheit, follow food safety guidelines and discard perishables. When in doubt, throw it out. Use a visible temperature log to help everyone stay on track. Real-world scenario. Before a hurricane, families fill water bottles, freeze gel packs, and organize food for quick transfer to coolers if needed. Some neighborhoods set up group chats to coordinate supplies and support. Experts recommend sharing resources like ice, coolers, or backup power with neighbors, and checking in on those who may need extra help. Expert tip: practice a family power outage drill. Assign tasks, one person checks thermometers, another manages the emergency kit, and someone else communicates with neighbors. The more you practice, the more confident and resilient your household will be when a real outage strikes. With a scientific approach, thermometers, thermal mass, emergency kits, backup power, and community support, you can outsmart a power outage and keep your food safe. Preparation, teamwork, and practice are your best tools for resilience. When a power outage stretches beyond your refrigerator's 4-hour safety window, it's time to act fast. The right cooler can make all the difference between saving your food and losing it. But not all coolers are created equal. Hard-sided coolers, soft-sided bags, electric portable fridges, and even foam chests each have their strengths and weaknesses. For example, hard-sided coolers hold cold the longest, while soft-sided bags are lightweight and easy to carry for quick trips. For large families, consider using multiple coolers, one for meats, one for dairy, another for drinks or snacks. This prevents cross-contamination and makes it easier to access what you need without letting cold air escape from all your food at once. If you have an electric portable fridge and a backup battery, use it for your most perishable items. Remember, the fuller the cooler, the longer it stays cold. Before the outage, clean and dry your coolers thoroughly. Stage them in an accessible spot, ready for rapid deployment. Label each cooler clearly. One for perishables, one for drinks, and one for snacks or produce. This organization saves precious time when the power goes out. Pack a cooler kit. Include ice packs, block ice, a thermometer, and waterproof markers for labeling. When it's time to transfer food, move quickly. Pack the cooler in layers. Ice or frozen gel packs on the bottom, food in the middle and more ice on top. Fill every gap, empty air speeds up warming. Use block ice for best results as it melts slower than cubes. Place a thermometer inside and check it every few hours. If you have dry ice, handle it with gloves and never let it touch food directly. Dry ice is a powerful tool for long outages. Place it on top of the food, never directly against it, and always use gloves. Ventilate the area. Never use dry ice in a closed space, as it releases carbon dioxide gas. Dry ice can keep food frozen for up to 24 hours, but check temperatures often. If you can't find dry ice, use frozen water bottles or gel packs as alternatives. Raw meat and seafood should always go at the bottom, double-bagged or sealed to prevent leaks. Dairy and ready-to-eat food stay on top, away from potential drips. Assign one person to monitor each cooler and check temperatures regularly. If you notice water pooling at the bottom, drain it to keep food dry. Store your cooler in the coolest, shadiest place you can find, basement, garage, or a shaded patio. Never leave it in direct sunlight. If you're using multiple coolers, group them together for extra insulation. For extra protection, wrap coolers in blankets or towels. Remember, ice, not ice water, keeps food cold. Food sitting in water spoils faster. Troubleshooting tip: if your cooler temperature rises above 40 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 2 hours, discard perishable items. If you run out of ice, transfer food to the coldest spot available, or use a neighbor's freezer if possible. Some families have saved hundreds of dollars in groceries by following these steps, while others lost everything by leaving coolers in the sun or forgetting to check temperatures. With the right tactics, choosing the best cooler, using block or dry ice, packing smart, and working as a team, you can turn a disaster into a manageable inconvenience. Preparation and teamwork are your best tools for food safety during an outage. Practice packing your cooler before an emergency and involve the whole family so everyone knows what to do. After hours in the dark, you're faced with a critical question. Is this food still safe to eat? The answer isn't always obvious, and the consequences can be serious. Let's break down the sensory investigation, step by step, so you can make the safest choice for your family. Step 1. Use a food thermometer. Check the temperature of your fridge, cooler, and any questionable foods. If the temperature has stayed at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, most items are likely safe. If it's above, risk increases quickly, especially for meat, dairy, and leftovers. Step 2. Look closely at your food. Examine for visible signs of spoilage, mold, fuzzy spots, unusual colors, or bubbling in liquids. Compare a fresh apple to one with brown mushy spots. Slimy meat, wilted greens, or curdled dairy are all red flags. Step 3. Use your nose. Smell can help, but it's not foolproof. If you notice sour, rancid, or off odors, discard the food immediately. But remember, many dangerous bacteria leave no smell at all, so don't rely on your nose alone. Step 4. Touch. Feel for sliminess or stickiness, especially on meats and cheeses. If a surface feels tacky, slippery, or sticky, it's a warning sign. But again, many harmful bacteria can't be detected by touch alone. Step 5. Never taste food to check safety. Even a tiny bite can deliver a dangerous dose of bacteria or toxins. Taste is not a reliable test. When in doubt, throw it out. Foodborne illness is more than just an upset stomach. Each year, millions fall ill, and many are hospitalized, because of invisible threats like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. These bacteria multiply rapidly when food is in the danger zone between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Some bacteria, like Listeria, can grow even at refrigerator temperatures. Others, like Salmonella and E. coli, thrive as soon as food warms up. Symptoms can range from mild stomach upset to severe illness, especially for children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. Real-life story: one family ignored the rules and ate sandwiches left out too long. Within hours, 3 people were in the ER with severe food poisoning. The risk is real and the cost can be high, so use your thermometer first, eyes second, nose and touch with caution. If anything is questionable, don't hesitate, throw it out and wrap it securely to keep animals away. Food safety is about protecting your health, not just saving groceries. Food safety education is vital. Teach your family the signs of spoilage and the importance of proper storage. Discuss what to look for and make sure everyone knows. When in doubt, throw it out, every time. Your health is worth far more than a few lost groceries. Remember, making the right call can prevent illness and keep your loved ones safe. A little caution goes a long way, so trust the science, trust your senses, and never take chances with food safety. The backbone of food security during a power outage is a well-organized, thoughtfully stocked pantry. Start by designating a cool, dry space for your non-perishable foods. Shelves, labeled bins, or even underbed storage can work in a pinch. Use clear containers and labels to make items easy to find. Think of your pantry as your family's lifeline, not just a collection of cans. Build your supply around variety, nutrition, and longevity. Stock up on canned beans, vegetables, fruits, meats, and fish. Add shelf-stable milk, nut butters, pasta, rice, instant oatmeal, and whole grain crackers. Include dried fruit, nuts, seeds, jerky, and granola bars for quick energy. Don't forget freeze-dried meals, powdered eggs, and dehydrated soups for long-term emergencies. Choose items with high protein and fiber to keep everyone satisfied. Plan ahead for special diets and family needs. Include gluten-free, low-sodium, or allergen-free options. If you have infants, stock formula and baby food. For children, keep familiar snacks and comfort foods. And don't forget pet food for your furry companions. Store extra kibble or canned food in airtight containers. Label shelves or bins for each family member's needs to make meal prep easier in a crisis. Meal planning is key. Write out a simple menu for several days using only your shelf-stable foods. Think peanut butter sandwiches, canned soup, tuna salad, or pasta with jarred sauce. Get creative, combine canned beans, corn, and salsa for a quick salad, or make wraps with shelf-stable tortillas. Try overnight oats with dried fruit, or make a hearty stew from canned vegetables and beans. Practice making a few no-cook meals before an emergency hits, and post your meal plan where everyone can see it. Storage matters for both food quality and safety. Rotate your pantry stock. Place new items at the back and move older ones forward. Check expiration dates twice a year and use up items before they expire. Store food in airtight containers to keep out pests and moisture. For long-term storage, consider vacuum sealing, oxygen absorbers, or Mylar bags for grains and dried goods. Keep a running inventory list to avoid overbuying and to track what you have on hand. Water is just as important as food. Store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for drinking and basic hygiene. Use clean, food-grade containers, and keep extra for pets. For long-term emergencies, consider water purification tablets, filters, or even a rainwater collection system. Label and date your water containers and store them away from direct sunlight. Keep a supply of bottled water in your pantry and rotate it regularly. If you have a grill, camp stove, or portable butane burner, you can safely cook outdoors. Never use these indoors. Keep extra fuel and waterproof matches in your emergency kit. Practice using your equipment before you need it and store it where it's easy to reach. Consider solar ovens or no-cook recipes for added flexibility. A well-maintained pantry and water supply means you can weather the storm, feed your family, and stay calm, no matter how long the power is out. Review your supplies every few months, update your meal plans, and involve the whole family in preparation. With a little planning, your pantry becomes a source of comfort, creativity, and resilience. The moment of truth arrives. You stand before your refrigerator or cooler, checklist in hand, thermometer ready. Deciding what stays and what goes can feel overwhelming, but a clear plan makes it easier and safer. Let's walk through a step-by-step food safety checklist together. Step 1. Check the temperature. If any perishable food has been above 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius for more than 2 hours, it must be discarded. This includes meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy, leftovers, and cut fruits or vegetables. Don't take chances. Bacteria multiply quickly in the danger zone. Step 2. Inspect for warning signs. Look for sour milk, slimy lunch meat, wilted greens, mold, unusual colors, or strange odors. If you see or smell anything off, don't hesitate, throw it out. When in doubt, err on the side of caution. Step 3. Don't rely on taste or smell alone. Harmful bacteria like Salmonella or E. coli can be present even if food looks and smells fine. Never taste food to check safety. One bite can make you sick. Step 4. Use a detailed checklist. Toss raw or leftover meat, poultry, fish, eggs, milk, soft cheeses, yogurt, cut fruit, and cooked vegetables if they've been above 40 degrees Fahrenheit for over 2 hours. Open mayonnaise, tartar sauce, and creamy dressings, gone. But hard cheeses, butter, unopened juice, pickles, and whole fresh fruits are usually safe. For the freezer, if food still has ice crystals or stayed below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, it can be refrozen. If it's completely thawed and warm, especially ice cream, frozen meals, or seafood, it's not safe. When in doubt, throw it out. To minimize waste, organize your fridge so older items are in front, and label leftovers with dates. Before an outage, freeze what you can. If you have extra safe food, consider sharing with neighbors or friends who may need it. Community support can make a big difference. Compost what you can, Fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and eggshells can go into a compost bin instead of the trash. This reduces landfill waste and helps the environment. Demonstrate composting to your family and encourage others to join in. When you throw food away, wrap it securely to keep animals out. It's a tough call, but your health comes first. Remember, when in doubt, throw it out. And whenever possible, turn this moment into an opportunity to help others and reduce waste. The lights flicker back on, and a wave of relief sweeps through your home. But recovery is more than just flipping a switch. It's a process, one that starts with restoring your kitchen, but also rebuilding your peace of mind. This is your opportunity to reset, reflect, and come back stronger. Start by unplugging your refrigerator or switching it off at the circuit breaker to prevent electrical surges. Carefully remove all remaining food, placing anything salvageable in a cooler with fresh ice. This gives you a clean slate for the next phase. Next, inspect every shelf, drawer, and corner. If you see spills, mold, or lingering odors, it's time for a deep clean. Remove all shelves and bins, and set them aside for washing. This is your chance to reset your kitchen's heart. Wash the interior, shelves, and drawers with hot water and baking soda, about 1 tablespoon per quart. Scrub all surfaces, including seals and corners, to remove bacteria and odors. Take your time, a thorough clean now means a safer kitchen later. For stubborn odors, use a solution of 1 tablespoon unscented liquid chlorine bleach per gallon of water. Wear gloves, ventilate the area, and rinse thoroughly. Leave the door open to air out the fridge, and place an open box of baking soda or a bowl of coffee grounds inside to absorb any lingering smells. Once the fridge is dry and odor-free, plug it back in. Let it run until the temperature drops to 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below, and the freezer reaches 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Use appliance thermometers to confirm safe temperatures before restocking. Now, restock with care. Don't rush to fill every shelf. Make a list for the next few days, focusing on essentials and perishables you'll use quickly. Shop thoughtfully, checking expiration dates and rotating older items to the front. As you restock, take a moment to reflect. What foods lasted well? Which items spoiled quickly? Use this experience to update your emergency supplies. Add or replace coolers, thermometers, or ice packs as needed. Write down what worked and what didn't, and involve the whole family in the process. Emotional recovery matters too. Talk with your family about what happened, how you felt, and what you learned. Share your story with friends or neighbors. Your experience can help others prepare and feel less alone next time. Many families have turned outages into opportunities, organizing their kitchens, updating supplies, and even creating new meal traditions. With each recovery, you become more resilient, more prepared, and more confident for whatever comes next. Remember, a little review and preparation now means more confidence and safety the next time the lights go out. Recovery isn't just about cleaning and restocking, it's about learning, connecting, and moving forward together as a family and a community. Resilience is more than just saving groceries, it's about coming together, supporting one another, and finding strength in community. When the lights go out, it's our connections, creativity, and compassion that keep us going. In neighborhoods everywhere, people gather for potluck dinners, share flashlights, and check in on those who need help. Like a great recipe, resilience blends preparation, teamwork, and hope. Across towns and cities, support groups form. Neighbors set up group chats to share updates, organize meal swaps, and offer spare supplies. A simple message, "Does anyone need ice?" can make all the difference. These small acts of kindness create a safety net that makes everyone stronger. Creative solutions shine during outages. Families organize neighborhood potlucks using non-perishable foods, children make cards for elderly neighbors, and volunteers set up charging stations for phones. These moments turn challenge into opportunity, and isolation into togetherness. Mental health matters too. Sharing stories, laughter, and encouragement helps ease anxiety during outages. Some communities host virtual check-ins or gather for group walks to lift spirits. Support groups, online or in person, offer reassurance and practical advice, reminding us we're not alone. The more we prepare and share, the more resilient our communities become. Your knowledge, readiness, and willingness to help can inspire others to do the same. Start a conversation, offer a hand, or simply listen. Every action counts. Take action today. Review your emergency supplies, talk with your loved ones, and reach out to your community. Share your best tips in the comments below, and help others be ready for whatever comes next. Together we can turn any outage into an opportunity for connection, learning, and growth. Resilience is built one act, one conversation, and one neighbor at a time. Stay safe, stay prepared, and keep your kitchen and your community strong.